let's move on to debate number 2. Big pivotal decisions that we have to make right here. Are we going with Ladd-McConkey? Ladd-McConkey, ADP of 19, or we've got JSN. Now JSN's ADP is higher. He's going a little bit later than he started out. And I think that might be a little bit of the pushback due to the quarterback situation.
Mm-hmm.
But then let's sandwich another dude right in here, and let's get Tee Higgins, who's got an ADP of 26. So Ladd-McConkey's 19, Tee Higgins at 26, JSN at 28. How do we feel about Ladd-McConkey going in the?
I'm going Tee Higgins. In fact, I'll go Tee Higgins, then McConkey, then JSN in that order. I like Higgins. I just like Higgins. I mean, he got the best quarterback out of the 3. We already know what he can do. He could take over a game just as easy as Jamar Chase can. JSN now, he's got competition with Cup and whatever, but then they have a bad offensive line. Is Darnold going to be able to get the ball to him? And McConkey he's not the only wide receiver now. Unlike last year where all the targets pretty much went to him. So Trey Harris will eat into his target some.
Yeah. I am also in the same order that you have. Tee Higgins, I mean, like I said, when we were talking about what Jamar Chase, Tee Higgins gets targets. Mm-hmm. There are games where he out targets Jamar Chase. Yeah. And the Bengals are not going to be good on defense. They're going to continue to throw the football. I expect Tee Higgins to have a top 10 wide receiver type season. I think him getting paid is going to equal him missing less games. Yeah. I truly believe that he was sitting out games.
I agree.
Yeah, I think he was sitting out games to protect the product. But now that he's paid, like he's going to be like, okay, my hamstring doesn't hurt that bad. You know, my toe isn't that bad. Like my shoulder's not that bad. You know, because I'm getting paid now. I'm not on a franchise tag anymore. So I think he's going to be more consistent with games played. And like I said, I think he's going to be really, really good. Ladd-McConkey, I'm not saying that Ladd-McConkey can't get any better, but just kind of looking over things, like I think that's as kind of as good as it's going to get for right now until he maybe ascends another year or two. And Jackson Smith and Jigba. That situation there, I don't like anything about Seattle. I don't like nothing. I don't like the quarterback. I don't like that. I don't like that. You take the guy who was number 1 in slot snaps last year. Jackson Smith and Jigba led the NFL in slot snaps with 701. Okay, and then you add another slot receiver to the team. So does that mean you're expecting the slot version, the older version of Cooper Kupp to play the X? Or are you having the number 1 slot guy play the X? And I don't like that there's undefined roles there. Like I said, I don't like the quarterback. I don't like the head coach. I just don't like a lot of things about that team.
Yeah, take a look at Tee Higgins in 10 games.
Dog.
Or 12 games.
Just a straight up dog.
No, yes, 10 touchdowns in just 12 games on 109 targets. I am in the Tee Higgins business. I am. And yeah, well, I think it's kind of funny, like now that you've gotten paid, yeah, maybe he'll now he'll stay healthy. But I was looking at it more like, well, how many freaking consecutive seasons is it going to be that you actually continuously get hurt? Like eventually one time you should stay healthy for a full season, at least one time. So look, whether it's a combination of that or a combination of like his check that's coming, I'll take it. Ladd-McConkey is interesting to me because as a rookie that he broke out for 80 receptions and 1,100 yards, I think he's thirsty for more. I think he's not satisfied, and you saw the rapport and the connection that was being developed with him and Herbert. So I kind of feel like everyone else is going to be playing second fiddle to what Ladd-McConkey's doing for the Chargers in that passing game. So, like, in other words, right, if Trey Harris is going to benefit, or let's say Quentin Johnston, or a Will Disley, tight end, or a Ronnie Gaston, tight end, I think it's all really it's really predicated on two things. It's going to be predicated on how defenses are keying in on Ladd. And then, of course, it's going to be predicated on their run game, their running attack, which again, we're on record that I think they want to be more balanced, or if not, kind of swayed back to really just running the ball. But again, Ladd-McConkey is their wide receiver one. Now, JSN's also considered a wide receiver one, but you bring up great points with that. And the Seahawks, you want to talk about running. I think that they're gonna be running the ball stubbornly, even when like they're losing games. And I think as much as we like JSN, as much talent as the dude has, I'm not in love with that situation for him. I'm really not. I want to be, but I'm not. But let's take JSN out of the equation here because he is going a little bit later than these other two dudes. So you could very well be getting JSN as a wide receiver 2 in this third round.
Mm-hmm.
And as your second wide receiver, Rhino, I wouldn't necessarily have that big of a problem with it if my first wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb.
See, I would take, if I'm looking at this list right here, I would take Garrett Wilson and Rashid Rice over him.
Yeah.
And I'll even say Devontae too.
And I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if the ADP is going to continue to get adjusted. We're still only mid-July. We've got a good solid 6 weeks, Sniper, where some of these players, and I don't know if Mel's going to be drafting Labor Day weekend like us, in home leagues. But I'm willing to bet we're going to see Garrett Wilson will get corrected into like somewhere around here, somewhere around like this 22, 23, 24. Let's not forget what's great about Garrett Wilson, Rhino. And I know, again, I don't want to spend too much time on Garrett Wilson. What's great about Garrett Wilson, what we were getting from Garrett Wilson in ADP was a steal, was a bargain to open up. Now that's gonna come back. It's gonna get higher again. It's gonna get back into like the second round again. All right. I'm in the Tee Higgins business for all those reasons. I don't dispute anyone. By the way, he's got some of the best hands in the game.
Yeah.
Some of the best hands.
Any other team, he'd be wide receiver 1, hands down. Well, not any other, but most other teams, he'd be wide receiver 1.
Have you heard me tell my Tee Higgins story, Jax? Where I'm like, holy shit! 2 seasons ago, he had to come out of the end zone. He's up against the boundary to get the ball. Now he's like fading out of bounds. He had to switch hands.
Yeah, I know.
You know which play I'm talking about. He had to switch. He had to get his hand. He had to get the ball into the hand to get it over the pylon.
Yep. Incredible.
Yeah, that's when I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He's got all right. Let's go to one of Rhino's favorites and JX's favorites. And then I've got one of my favorites. I've got Breece Hall at 33. Kyren Williams is coming in a half a spot earlier at 32.5. Bah. Bah. All right, so obviously, I'm Team Breece, and obviously these two handsome gentlemen are Team Kyren. I'm going to make the case for Kyren. I'm going to make the case. No,
not at all.
I do have something to say about Kyren, but no, I'll take I'll draft Breece.
Another customer, by the way. as much of a goat, as much of the goat of
It's
goats,
coming.
as much of a goat of goats that this man is, and he's my boss. It's another customer also that wants to know when we're seeing the moonwalk.
It'll happen. It'll happen this week.
I already took out the health insurance, so it's happening.
I saw something that popped up on my screen on my phone, but I didn't see the post. But no, I like Breece Hall just because of receiving upside. But we could talk Kyren, but I got some words about that too. Though I'll just hold off on that.
You're on the clock. Okay, it is the third round. You already have 2 wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, make the pick. Hand in the card. Who is it?
So what's the timer on the sleeper clock?
30 seconds.
No, it's like a. I don't know. Is it a 4-hour clock?
No.
Is it 1 hour? Is it a 10-minute pick?
No, we're done with those, right, Sniper? We're done with
if it is a 30-second pick at 29.95 seconds, I am putting in the car for Breece Hall. I am not thinking about this twice. Breece Hall is the one, and Kyren Williams, his time is ticking to be over. I think in LA. I don't think he's part. I don't think he's the volume guy anymore because that's the only thing. Yeah, that's the only thing that keeps him this value is his volume, and he's not going to be that volume guy anymore. He's not an explosive runner. He doesn't break a lot of tackles. He's not very elusive, but he's really good at finding the open lanes, and he's also really good at fumbling the football. So with all those things considered, I'm gonna take the guy who can not only evade tackles and catch the football great out of the backfield. I'm taking a guy who can hit his head on the goalpost from 90 yards out, 80 yards out, 70 yards out, 60 yards out.
He's a bigger back for sure. Rhino, what do you want to say about Kyren before I go?
All right, I'm about tired of these egghead analytic people doing his run efficiency is blah blah blah. He can't, but guess what he can do? He can freaking score damn touchdowns. He was top 10 in rushing and top 10 in touchdowns scored. He is not a volume running back. He was never meant to be the volume running back. But what he has done is carry the damn team on his damn back. But people are setting him out like yesterday's trash. It's irritating, man. To me, these people with analytics and their thoughts, I understand it, but sometimes they could take their analytics, push it sideways, and stick it up their candy asses.
Yeah, so that was going to be my main argument for Kyren.
Yeah,
all this dude has done since 2023 is score touchdowns, and yet he gets like a black eye, like he's got a stain on his resume for some reason. Like last year, Blake Corum's gonna take over. This year, it's Jacquez Hunter. Like, are we so damn sure that McVay is just not going to continue to run this man into the ground, barring he could hold on to the football?
But all those fumbles, if you go back and look, I went back and looked at the fumbles. They weren't just oopsie daisy. A lot of the fumbles were him trying to get extra yards and fighting for extra yards. Fumbles are bad, yeah, but so are interceptions. But people aren't making the big deal about quarterbacks throwing interceptions.
Dark side Devi, baby. Dark side Devi. Yeah.
He can fumble, but
he caught. Look, hey, you said it back. You just said it. Fumbles are bad.
Yeah.
Picks are bad too. These are bad things.
You want to concentrate on a freaking fumble when You
don't want to lose the turnover battle. Let's just put it.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm not saying that the fumbles are good, but if he's trying to get a first down and in a pack of defenders and the peanut punch, there's nothing you can do about that. That's what I'm saying. There's fumbles that are just the ball's holding loosely, and they just kind of look at it, tap it, and those are bad. All fumbles are bad, but If the guy's running hard and has the ball tucked in, and the defensive player makes a good play, what can you do about that?
So and that's why it kind of goes with his draft position. Like, I don't know, maybe this is kind of skew conversation being a Rams fan, because he has broke my heart so many times last year that I'm mentally kind of like over Kyren, right? So I don't really believe in him moving forward. But take that all out. Okay, take all my bias out. Would you want to draft someone that high who is potentially a ticking time bomb? Because if he fumbles one time,
whether it's a peanut punch or whether it's not going to matter.
Well, the Rams,
he's
will
going to be a
have
Sean McVay's doghouse if he fumbles one time.
Yeah. And he's done work in the offseason. He's practiced. He bulked up. And the Ron Gold, the running back coach, said he's more explosive. He was never meant to be the bell cow. The best thing they did was draft Jacquez Hunter. What that's going to look like, we don't know yet. But we know that he's going to eat. He's going to get eaten to Kyren's touches. I'm not worried about Blake Corum as much as Jacquez Hunter, because Blake Corum is the mirror image of Kyren Williams. So that's all. Sorry.
Again, I mean, no.
And dark side, yeah, you're right. They're going to reduce his touches because he's going to get hurt. He can't sustain the last 2 years. Not his guys.
So I think that we're all so we're all drafting Breece Hall ahead of Kyren Williams, right?
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
There's not much short. Yes.
There's not much of a debate here.
I just want to make that comment about how they're treating, how they're talking about Kyren Williams. It's like he's trash.
To me, it's wild that, again, all this dude has done is score touchdowns, a 5th-round draft pick, okay? He seems to be beating the odds, and we're still drafting him in the 3rd round, and he's still getting, again, he's got negative bias towards him because McVay keeps drafting running backs, and he's got the fumbling, and one bad pop, as I think Darkside Devi just said, he's going to get hurt, and that'll be the end of it. And we just blew a 3rd-round pick. Yeah, I think Breece. And no Jets. Again, not really Jets biased, because Breece Hall is not coming off of a very good season in terms of efficiency, how he was utilized. Just like I'm really high on a certain other running back on this team to kind of play that Monty role, Monty-esque. Well, then someone's got to fill the Batman in that backfield. That would be Breece Hall in this situation. Do I think that Breece Hall is going to return to 2023 form? No, I don't. But I don't think he necessarily has to. I don't think he's gonna blow it out of the water like Jahmyr Gibbs has done the last 2 seasons. I don't think he has to. I just think that he has to catch more balls, and I think that he has to score more touchdowns, and I believe that they're going to do that. So, yeah, I would take Breece Hall here too. I would take Breece Hall over Kyren Williams, and I would also take Breece Hall just to outperform where he's going as well, with the upside, with how the team is going to be, how they want to play situationally. Justin Fields is going to be a big part of that. But yes, so is this running game and this offensive line. So, yeah, I would go with Breece Hall too. But again, Breece Hall in the 3rd round, Kyren Williams in the 3rd round. It can't all just be because we're drafting 2 tight ends and 1 other rookie running back ahead of them, as in Bowers, McBride, Genty. All these dudes are going ahead of 3-year, 4-year veterans at this point. Mm-hmm. That all they know how to do is score. Kyren Williams is a pro. Jacquez Hunter is not. Now, that's not to say that Jacquez Hunter just doesn't wow us. I'm not saying that. Or Blake Corum with his pedigree. And that's what's hurting Kyren Williams right now. So what if the person ahead of you takes Breece Hall? Then are you taking Kyren Williams or dropping down? That's a good question. Another good question.
Yeah, I'll take Kyren.
I'm probably waiting a little bit longer.
Okay, well, JX. All right. I mean, we're opening up a whole can of worms because if you're gonna wait a little longer, you're either waiting for the rookie running backs, or I know you don't like Kenny Skywalker. That would be the next batch coming along.
I mean, isn't James Cook? No, James
Cook. James Cook is in this tier.
Yeah, I would prefer James Cook. If I had to get a running back right here, I would prefer James Cook.
Yeah, see, I would take Kyren.
It would depend on how I've already established my first two picks. Yeah, it absolutely would. Would I want Kyren as if Breece is off the board and I'm 2 spots next and Breece Hall just went? What am I doing? Would I want James Cook as my RB1? No, I wouldn't. No, at that point I'm probably going to punt.
What if you went running back? Would you take Kyren Williams then as your third running back?
No.
No,
I'd be way too anxious not having a receiver.
Oh,
No. I wouldn't. I have not built any teams or rosters like that. Not that they don't work. I'm sure that they do, but no, I wouldn't do it. I'm marrying Hampton over Kyren.
I'm with Dark Side Dev too. I was just looking at the ADPs and
that's kind of ballsy though.
I mean, I just like I said, it's not fair for me to really analyze this because, like I said, it's personal for me. I blame him for maybe not making the Super Bowl. Like I blame him for fumbling so much. It's like I can't forget how much he fumbles. Like that's and all it's gonna take is one fumble. I guarantee if he fumbles one time, we lose all the volume that Kyren gives us.
brother, man, let it go.
That's